Live. Hello Instagram, my name is Sam the Mini Yeti, and welcome to another episode of Sam the Mini Yeti Live, the Thursday edition. Yeah, I know, we kind of have a schedule going on for the next couple of shows, so I had to bump today's show for Thursday, so you're getting the Friday show early, and I'm actually going to be delaying the Monday show for Tuesday. So you'll still be getting the show, of course, but this one is coming earlier, and the next one is going to be coming a little bit later. So I'm actually yeah. I gotta mention, yeah. So the reason that we actually kind of had to change the schedule up for a little bit is actually because, well, I'm going to be going out of town. I'm going to be going to Lake LBJ for Labor Day weekend. And it's going to be fun. We're going to go swimming, and we're going to be going to, we're actually going to be staying at this huge house, which has an arcade, a whole game room over there, which with a air hockey table and even a pool table. This is some good stuff. We're actually looking forward to here for the for this Labor Day weekend. I'm actually really excited for it. Now, and also something I got to mention that happened earlier today, but we actually got a trailer for that new Winnie the Pooh horror film, Blood and Honey. That actually is going to be coming out later this year. Yeah, they actually just released a trailer for it, and from the looks of it, it almost looks like kind of a standard slasher film, just with Pooh and Piglet. But I will mention, though, the plot for this is honestly what I like to call Christopher Robin, the bad ending. And if you remember Christopher Robin, if you remember that movie, he actually had to leave the 100-acre wood to actually go to boarding school. And but actually, believe it or not, in Blood and Honey, it was actually made clear that Christopher Robin was actually best friends with Pooh and Piglet, playing with them and also providing them with food. But as he grew up, those visits got more infrequent, to the point where Pooh and Piglet are becoming more hungry and also more desperate. And then when Christopher Robin ends up going to college, those visits stopped completely. So now Pooh and Piglet actually start becoming feral, to the point where they actually killed off Eeyore. And yeah, even I'm just like, oh no, not Eeyore. He didn't make it? Oh no, not Eeyore. Why him? Why's it gotta be him? And what honestly makes you wonder, I mean, even though a good chunk of these characters have not been in the public domain yet, I've actually been, it makes you wonder if the others got killed as well. I mean, you only see Eeyore, they can only mention him, but if you think about it, this movie was made because the first book is in the public domain, and not all the classic Winnie the Pooh characters actually are in the public domain yet. So, characters like Tigger are probably not going to be mentioned in this movie. Okay, let me mention the elephant in the room, what happened last time. So, if you guys don't know, I actually had a dolphin puppet show up on this show, but believe it or not, this girl was being rude. I mean, you want to know how rude? All she was doing was just singing nursery rhymes nonstop. All she was doing was singing and singing and singing. She wasn't even allowing me to. She wasn't even gonna answer any of my questions or let me talk. And I was getting tired of it. I was just not having it. So I was just not having it. So later, I actually just decided blocker. So yeah, thankfully, we're not going to have this kind of stuff again. This is a show that is meant to appeal to all ages. So there you go. So yeah, we're getting comments here. So it says, so Jesse says, have you seen the Pinocchio trailer? Well, yeah, I actually have seen the trailer to you're talking about that new remake of Pinocchio that's going to be on Disney Plus soon. I'm actually kind of curious about it, I gotta mention. But, actually, there's a good chance there's probably just going to be some standard, it's just going to be some standard stuff. It's probably going to be another standard Disney remake. I'm not sure if I'm going to be into that, but I am excited for the new Guillermo del Toro Pinocchio, the one that's all stop motion, and also the one where Pinocchio looks like a real wooden boy. No, seriously, you go look at that trailer and look at the way Pinocchio looks in that. I mean, that actually looks like Pinocchio is made out of wood, so how can you go wrong? That is a good looking Pinocchio. And Peak Animations, he says, yeah, I remember her before. She was getting annoying before. Well, yeah, she was. That dolphin girl was kind of getting on my nerves. And yeah, for the first time on Sam the Mini Yeti Live, that kind of was the first time I actually ended up getting, I ended up losing my patience. So yeah, we're having no more of that. Also, Peak Animation says, howdy, Sam. Howdy. Okay. And looks like we were getting some requests to come on live, so alright, let's get to those requests. Here we go. Alright, and
Hey!
we're on the air!
How you doing, Sam?
It's been a while, dude! It's been a long time!
Yeah, it's been a long time. How's David and Kano and all those guys doing?
They're doing well, actually. Okay, so, I'm not sure if you guys know already, but, Mr. Peak here actually helped, design, Willie the Wallaroo. He actually is helped, with the new design.
That is absolutely right.
Well, let me rephrase that. Mr. Peak made the initial design for Willie the Wallaroo, and then my buddy Angel, Poppet Angel, and I'll be giving him a shout out later if he's not going to come onto the show. I'll give him a shout out later. But he actually helped perfect the design for Willie the Wallaroo so he could fit better with me, Keanu, and David.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually got to tell you, Peak. I was actually showing Willie the Wallaroo your design to my buddy Scott from England, and he actually said that design that you did of Willie, he looks like he could fit in right into a Nickelodeon cartoon. Like
wow.
Like he actually said
kind of like Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. That kind of looks like something straight out of Rocco. Like he actually looks like he could be a friend. He actually looks like he could be like a Rocco's cousin. I don't know.
Yeah.
Was that okay? So I actually kind of didn't want to talk to you about this, but I saw your page and it kind of made me sad that your tree gang with the Bungie, the Binturong, and Jack the Tree Kangaroo, they're not there anymore. That sucks. What was that about?
It's okay, but they're still. It's just that I had too many characters, and I felt like it needed to go for like 12 of them.
Oh yeah, that is a lot. You're right, that is a lot. But
yeah, but I'll still have like my Binturong, and he might be buddies with a Pangolin or something.
Oh yeah, I gotta mention.
Yeah.
So you actually decided to help with designing Willie after you saw another new character we'll have in the near future named which is Stella the Binturong.
Oh yeah, Stella. I like Stella. She's, you know how much I like Binturongs and all that, because they along with red pandas are my spirit animal.
Okay, so question: Have you actually encountered a real Binturong? Like,
no, I haven't.
Well, believe it or not, I have. I was actually
Wow.
okay. So I actually went to the Memphis Zoo last year, and when we did, they had this exhibit, which was it was an indoor exhibit, and it was all dedicated to nocturnal animals. And a go- and here's the cool thing, this this indoor exhibit, had a ceiling that looks like the night sky, and a good chunk of the night animals were actually awake. But then there's this one binturong in its enclosure, and it was still sleeping.
Uh,
Like either it was really tired, or maybe it just knows that it was daylight outside and it was trying to get its sleep.
yeah, Benturons, they are pretty sleepy during the day, but I'm not sure if they're like nocturnal or something.
Yeah, they are nocturnal. I actually learned that
Oh,
from Lou. I
nice.
So yeah, I always, when I actually was kind of developing the idea for Stella, I actually thought of the idea that Keanu would actually have a crush on her. Sam, sorry, but the thing was that I actually, but the thing was, some people are a little bit wondering if a romance between a lemur and a Bentrong would work. I mean, come on, guys, you have like Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy, and a lot of people
Yeah,
that couple. So what's your big deal there?
and there's a hippo and a giraffe too.
Yeah, you have a hippo and a giraffe in Madagascar.
Oh, and speaking of Madagascar, did you know that Melma was supposed to be an okapi?
Oh yeah, yeah, that was yeah, Melman was originally going to be an Okapi, but not many people.
Okapi.
But a DreamWorks was thinking that not many people are going to be like, the heck is an Okapi? But let's be real, that would have still worked anyway, because you would have had people you would actually have people curious about what an Okapi is, and they'd be curious to look it up.
Yeah, and I have an okapi and off to Kenya too.
Oh yeah, I actually I
I had
actually
some help with the Mobian Queen.
the ironic thing is, there's that Madagascar series, that one show for kids. Was it A Little Wild? And they actually had an Okapi character in their Pride episode. Like, it was a non-binary Okapi in a kids show.
Wow.
I was like, wow, this is something for little kids, and they found a way to have a non-binary character in a positive light.
They had a sloth too.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah, I never really watched Madagascar a Little Wild, but I sort of just stuck with the movies and Penguins of Madagascar.
You know, there is some Madagascar related, I gotta tell you, but okay, did you know that there is a Madagascar stage musical that started in the UK?
Oh, I sure knew that.
Okay, yeah, and surprisingly, um, a the a local theater in the town where I live in, they actually secured a spot for that show to actually come here to Texas. So
Wow.
we're getting a show from England to actually come here to Texas. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, and here's the funny story. Uh, this show was actually supposed to be here earlier this year, but there was kind of a problem going on, so it had to be replaced with that new Scooby Doo live show, Scooby Doo and the Lost City of Gold. So
Huh.
I was like, nah. So I knew it was going to have to come later, but I think it's going to be worth it. And
Well, at least you saw SpongeBob the musical.
oh yeah, what?
SpongeBob.
You just you actually saw like the live on stage version, or
No. I mean, you saw the live action stage version.
oh yeah, I did. Yeah. Here's the thing. Just before the pandemic hit, before COVID-19 hit, no joke, we actually saw the SpongeBob when it was on tour, and we saw it over in Midland. We actually had to travel quite a long way to go see it, and man, it was worth it.
Wow.
We were actually talking about it on DMs, and Mr. Peak was actually curious about the plot for the SpongeBob musical. Here's the cool thing: not only did they make a high stakes kind of plot for the SpongeBob musical, but even if you have not seen the show, like if you have not seen SpongeBob on Nickelodeon, the SpongeBob musical is actually non-fan friendly. So it gets you familiar with the characters even if you haven't seen the show.
Yeah.
That is the cool thing about it. And
yeah, I like SpongeBob SquarePants. Like, I saw it since I was younger or something like that.
I actually got to mention, but after the show's tour got canceled because of COVID-19, the rights for the licensing rights for the show became available. So any community theater, any amateur theater production can actually do the SpongeBob musical live, and that possibly is one of the best decisions you could have with a show like that, because everybody loves SpongeBob.
Nice.
And if you're a musical theater fan and you just happen to be a fan of SpongeBob, or maybe if you're just a SpongeBob fan in general, any role in the show is going to be like a dream role for you.
Mm.
And for me in particular, I have 3 roles I would love to have for the SpongeBob musical. Anyone would work. I would love to I would love to be SpongeBob himself. Duh, who wouldn't? And I would also really like to be Squidward. Yeah, here's the cool thing. Squidward, his actor, actually wears like an extra pair of legs. And that makes sense because Squidward is an octopus. And you're just like, how cool is that? His
and he does have a big round head, so that does make him an octopus.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't actually need so much to portray the characters. Just some choice costume designs, and if you know the characters well, then you're gonna tell them by their costume alone. And,
what else would he be named? Otto the Octopus?
Well, here's the thing. Octo word would probably sound weird, so they have to go with Squidward. And yeah, that's and of course he has 6 legs instead of 8 because 8 legs would be hard to animate. That would be a burden on the animators.
Yeah, my character Lorcam the Kraken, he has 6 tentacles as his feet.
There you go. That works. And the other dream role I would want for the SpongeBob musical, I want to be Plankton. Okay,
Plankton.
So
you can't go wrong with Plankton.
Here's the cool thing. I love Plankton's character. I love the way he's portrayed, and I also love his costume design. So here's the thing. There's one thing refreshing I gotta like about Plankton in the show. If you know the SpongeBob cartoon, you know that Plankton's big plan is to try and steal the Krabby Patty formula and run Mr. Krabs out of business. But no, he actually does not do that in the SpongeBob musical. He tries something different.
He tries to help them?
Well, here's the thing. At the beginning of the show, he has the idea to hypnotize everyone in Bikini Bottom to love his chum burgers. And when he finds out that the volcano is about to erupt, he takes advantage of that and tries to get all of Bikini Bottom into this one quote-unquote escape pod so he can hypnotize everybody. And then there's the aspect of his costume design. It's actually really well done. He almost looks like a James Bond villain. He even has an eye patch. And when I saw that eye patch, I was thinking like, wait a minute, why does he have that? But then I had a thought. I was like, wait, Plankton has one eye. I forgot. How did I forget about that? and also, Plankton has these 2 hair braids, which I think is supposed to be his antennae. And on top of that, on occasion, you're going to see Plankton hold like a Plankton plushie in his hand. And not only is that kind of funny, but it also makes sense because Plankton is supposed to be tiny. He's supposed to be microscopic.
Because Planktons are very tiny. He's like a shrimp. It's
actually not that far off. So there you go. He doesn't hold that Plankton plushie all the time, which actually I'm okay with that. You don't need to do that all the time. And what also makes Plankton funny is that he kind of has a really good relationship with Karen. There's a funny bit where Karen actually repeatedly calls him big guy to the point where Plankton's like jelly in her arms. And they make out.
Because he couldn't deny him. He couldn't deny it no longer that he was small.
Yeah, he could have, but no. Okay. Since you made a reference to one of his lines, I gotta mention. The SpongeBob musical is chock filled with references to the cartoon. And the references they had, they're actually welled into the plot. So whenever you hear a reference, it does not feel forced. It doesn't feel like they're stopping the story to go like, that sounds familiar. They don't do that. It feels natural. They find a way to do it. So when the show starts, SpongeBob's first line is, "Good morning, world, and all who inhabit it." Like it was a morning in Bikini Bottom, so it feels natural for him to say that.
Yeah.
And
like he always says, "I'm ready."
Yes. Okay. And I also got to mention that the set design for the SpongeBob musical actually is really well done. For a big Broadway show, it doesn't go full on with the set design. It's actually very simple. Like they use pool noodles for kelp, and actually like different sponges, I guess for coral. I could be wrong. I'm not sure what that is. And
that is coral. That is coral.
And also, when you have SpongeBob and Sandy at the volcano, they actually use piles of boxes, and that's supposed to emulate them climbing up the volcano.
Mm.
And I got to mention about the songs. You cannot talk about the SpongeBob musical by talking about the songs. Here's the cool thing: this show actually got 15 different artists to do one song for the show. And usually a musical will get one or two artists, but SpongeBob was like, nope, let's get some of the best Grammy-winning artists to do a song for our show, and they choose Joko, they choose Plain White T's, Panic at the Disco, Sarah Bareilles, Cyndi Lauper, two of the guys from Aerosmith. They use a David Bowie song, No Control. And of course, they use the classic SpongeBob song, Best Day Ever.
That was from the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Yeah, that was. And they actually saved the SpongeBob theme song for the curtain call. Yeah, so they don't use... I gotta mention, but if you're a fan of the SpongeBob specials, then you might know Patchy the Pirate. In the SpongeBob musical, they actually have them appear twice before Act 1 and of course the beginning of Act 2. Here's the cool thing. In Act 2, he actually has a song called Poor Pirates, and he actually mentions that he found a whole group of pirates at a dive bar. And, in the Broadway version, he says he found them in the dive bar at Hell's Kitchen. But since the show's up for licensing now, you can't really say Hell's Kitchen. You can't say that. So,
what about Hex Kitchen?
So the script actually allows that you could say he finds the dive bar at a certain street name. So wherever you live, there's always the chance that Patchy will say a certain street name in your town. I'm just like,
I like Patchy. He's one of my favorite characters in SpongeBob. He's the host of SpongeBob.
Yeah, he is. Okay, now here's something they did that's pretty awesome. So in 2019, they did a televised filmed version of the SpongeBob musical with most of the Broadway cast coming back. Which you got something cool. You got to do that.
Yeah.
But as a bonus, in the live on stage version, they got Tom Kenny, who actually plays Patchy in the show, to actually play him for this. I was like, whoa, that is awesome. They actually got Tom Kenny to sing on stage as Patchy. That is awesome.
You can't go wrong with Tom Kenny because he played so many characters in the past for cartoons.
Of course. I gotta mention...
What, did you do Rocco?
Yeah, well, he was in Rocco's Modern Life, but he didn't voice Rocco himself. He voiced Heifer.
Oh, Heifer
Yeah,
the cow.
yeah. I gotta mention, but actually in the Broadway version, when I was in New York, they got Tom Kenny to pre-record his lines as the French narrator. I was,
Ah,
I was like,
so he's the
oh
French narrator, Patchy the pirate, and the main character, SpongeBob SquarePants.
yeah. I actually what was it again? Oh yeah, I since Tom Kenny pre-recorded his lines for the French narrator, I was hoping that that you'd probably have the option to use that for your own production of the SpongeBob musical. Well, that would be awesome. You could do that, but
Absolutely.
but I guess you're gonna have to use like someone else to do the French narrator, which honestly I have no problem with. If you're really good, you could actually do the French narrator off stage. That's always good. You, but I would just because when I did Spamalot, the voice of God, we actually had to use the Eric Idle recording. I guess it would be awesome if we actually could use the Tom Kenny recordings for the French narrator. That would be a good option to have.
Yeah.
I shouldn't mention my favorite songs in the SpongeBob musical, but some of my favorites include "Just a Simple Sponge" by Panic at the Disco. Not only was it a good song, but it was also visually interesting as well. It's
Yeah.
most of the stage is dim. Only SpongeBob is on stage, and he's accompanied by these glow in the dark sponges that actually help form different visuals, including SpongeBob stretching his arms, a cape on SpongeBob's back, and one of my favorites is actually when he sings the lyric, "I only want to hang out with my friends," and the sponges actually make the form of Patrick and Gary.
Ah.
That's cool. I like that visual. That is pretty darn cool.
I mean, he wouldn't. I mean, I know Squidward wouldn't consider SpongeBob a friend, like more of an acquaintance, even though he gets really annoyed with him. I mean, he has
Yeah,
Sandy too.
yeah. Patrick is actually SpongeBob's closest friend, and Gary is his pet snail. So it would make sense that those two characters would be represented for that song.
Hmm.
And the another
I mean,
favorite.
Patrick's not his only friend or something.
Speaking of Patrick, another good song I really like is BFF by Plain White Tees. This is a
Ah.
this is a song that SpongeBob and Patrick sing about their friendship, and it's honestly kind of a wholesome thing. Actually, I gotta mention before the song begins, there's a funny line where SpongeBob says to Patrick, "We're BFF," and then Patrick responds, "BFF." Poof. Like he actually I just find that funny. He actually just pronounces like poof. Patrick's Patrick's stupidity is really funny in this. I'm not gonna lie.
Starfish don't have brains.
Yeah, I I actually the another great song is actually smack dab in the middle of Act Two. "I'm Not a Loser" by They Might Be Giants. This is Squidward's big Broadway number. He actually he actually sings "I'm Not a Loser," and he actually has a full sea anemone chorus line dancing with him. He's doing a four-legged tap dance number, which, let's be real, if you're wearing those legs and you're gonna have to tap dance, that is something that I actually applaud anyone being able to do. That would be hard to do a tap dance on four legs, but I applaud anyone who is able to do it.
Speaking of Squidward, I did talk to some of my friends one time, and we were discussing some SpongeBob stuff, like the storyboard and all that, like how it all started back in 1997. And Squidward was considered to be the punching bag, but I said I feel sorry for him, and we all had to. And I just knew that there has to be a simple character you just want to make fun of.
Oh yeah, the I got now. If you're wondering if Plankton has a big number in the SpongeBob musical, yeah, he does. I was just since Plankton is one of my dream roles. In Act One, he has a number called "When the Going Gets Tough," done by T.I. Yeah, Ti did a number for SpongeBob, and it's a rap number. Plankton raps.
What about Mr. Krabs?
Oh, Mr. Krabs has a number too. It's called Daddy Knows Best, and
Dad knows best.
actually it's a duet between Mr. Krabs and Pearl, and it's actually about the conflicting options that they have. Mr. Krabs is still trying to make money, and Pearl is actually worried that Mr. Krabs cares more about money than his own daughter. Which,
Well, I think he's going to do what's best for his daughter.
You know, if you've seen the cartoon, Mr. Krabs clearly does. He does care for Pearl, and most of the time, sometimes he'll actually care more for her than money.
I know that people were concerned about I know people were confused that Mr. Krabs has a daughter who's a whale. But yeah. I saw one time where Stephen Hillenberger once said he wants every character to be a different animal, including his family members.
Oh yeah, I gotta mention, but there's literally a reference to. They actually say that in the SpongeBob musical. In Daddy Knows Best, there's a line where Pearl actually points out it's weird that Pearl is a whale and she is Mr. Krabs' daughter. I'm just like, what? Yeah, I was like, yeah, they finally pointed out to that. That's pretty funny. I'll give you that. And you know, everybody has a big number for the SpongeBob musical. If you're wondering, I haven't talked about Sandy. She does have a couple actually. The first one is Hero Is My Middle Name by Cyndi Lauper. Here's the cool thing. It's actually a big number with SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy, and they actually sing it over in Jellyfish Fields, and they say, we're gonna save this town. It's based, and Sandy also gives out the plan of how she's gonna stop the volcano from erupting. It's actually a really fun number. There's actually a really good kind of choreography. I found it's kind of funny where Sandy does a cartwheel and then SpongeBob does a cartwheel, but Patrick can't, so he just does like the start of it, so he just does a jump.
Yeah. Does Mrs. Puff make an appearance?
Yeah, say what?
Mrs. Puff.
Actually, yeah, Mrs. Puff does make an appearance, but she's actually more of a minor character. But here's something funny. In the SpongeBob musical, apparently, Mrs. Puff is actually like a drinker. Like the first time you see her, when SpongeBob greets her, Mrs. Puff says, "SpongeBob, you almost made me spill my cappuccino." Oh, that is so okay. Now I said earlier that every role in SpongeBob could be a dream role, and if there's a minor character role I would want for the show, it would actually have to be Old Man Jenkins. Now here's something you should know.
Oh, I remember that. I remember him.
Now
he's one of the minor SpongeBob.
Now here's something funny. Old Man Jenkins is actually blames Sandy for the eruption. There's a bit he actually goes. There's a funny bit where he's like, "I'm gonna find someone to blame for all this," and no joke, he is leading this angry mob of land mammal haters.
Oh boy.
So there is kind of this interesting message. So this is kind of a theme of racism and bigotry, which I find so hilarious. It's kind of weird. There's a bit where Perch Perkins is talking about the mayhem that's going on in Bikini Bottom, and he mentions a mob of angry mammal haters, and then Old Man Jenkins and this group of fish. They're all running from the outside of the stage, going like, "Blame that squirrel! Blame the squirrel! Blame the squirrel!"
The angry mob in SpongeBob. That's just they all just give medal over nothing.
Yeah, they do. Old Man Jenkins has got to have the simplest costume design ever, where it's just like white hair, old timey glasses, and and even a sweater and brown pants. But that's it. Even when even when I saw that, I was like, "That's Old Man Jenkins." I just knew who that was.
Yeah.
I gotta mention, but I gotta mention, but in the when they do Best Day Ever, it's actually close to the end, and it's where SpongeBob is actually telling the lyrics are actually changed a little bit to where he says, "I know we're probably not gonna make it, but I'm just glad I got to spend the day with you, with all of you. It's the best day ever." And you know what? This is one of the best uses of that song I've ever heard. It is fun. It is kind of a good way to end things off. And here's the cool thing. Here's the cool thing. There is a bit where they do a pause. Everyone's looking at Squidward, and then Squidward joins in the song, and they're just like, Squidward joins in singing "Best Day Ever." Like, wow.
I mean, Squidward might not like SpongeBob very much, but he has to join in at some point.
Oh yeah, he has to. The Okay, so we were just talking about how there's a lot of SpongeBob episode references in the show, but I have to mention I have to mention two of my favorite references. But okay, if you look at the live on stage version, there's a bit where Squidward is given by this band, the Electric Skates. He's given like this long list of demands, and the list is so long it actually goes below the orchestra pit, and it actually makes a commotion, and then you hear "my leg," like you actually hear the "my leg" sound effect. They found a way to work that in.
Who even was that anyway? Like that, I know he was like a green fish or something.
Yeah, actually, you're right. The fish's name is Fred, and even though he's a minor character, they dedicated an entire episode to him. They dedicated an entire episode called "My Leg."
Oh, we forgot about Larry.
Oh, Larry the Lobster?
Yeah.
Yeah, Larry's kind of a minor character. He's not in it for long, but he actually still got some good lines here and there. Like the first time
he's pretty cool.
He's like the first time you see him, he's actually lifting up these weights with tires, saying, "I'm getting these muscles swole." And when Bikini Bottom is actually thrown into chaos at the beginning of Act 2, he actually has like this gun with he has this gun with a jellyfish attached at the end. He's going like, "Don't make me zap you."
Yeah.
That is so cool. I like that. It's like a jellyfish taser. I love that.
Sam.
I gotta. Okay,
I think it's.
Okay, before you go, I gotta mention my other favorite episode reference. Close to the end, when Mr. Krabs finds out Plankton's scheme, they make a reference to Sailor Mouth.
I love that episode.
Plankton. Yeah, Mr. Krabs actually tells to Plankton, "I knew this is one of your schemes, you lousy." How dare you call me a... And
I like that one episode where SpongeBob, where they had that gorilla costume and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah. So no joke, they actually used the dolphin sound effect for the Sailor Mouth reference. It is so funny. I was like, yeah, I love that. Okay.
All right, Sam. Well, it was great talking to you, my friend.
All right, thanks for coming on. Hopefully, we'll talk to you next time. That'll be on the Tuesday show later.
Yeah, I'm gonna be busy this weekend. I'm gonna be busy this weekend with like 3 events and all that. But you'll see that on my personal page and all that.
All right.
All right. Take care, Sam. See ya, Keanu.
Okay. See you later.
All right. See ya.
Okay, there we go. Just give me a sec, folks. Let's get to that request pretty soon. So let's see. The comments say here, Spike the Chupacabra says, "Hey, Pekin Sam. Hey there, dude." And our and Barney the Friday Dinosaur says, "Hey," and then a smiling, then a laughing emoji, of course. And the dude with curly hair says, "Let's go. Barney's watching." Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. We got some people coming in. Hang on. And you're on the air.
I'm on the air. Oh my gosh, I was just getting set up. What's going on, Sam?
Not much actually. We were just talking to Mr. Peak, and
I know.
we were talking about a lot about what's been going on. We mentioned how he actually helped with the design of Willie the Wallaroo, and Angel helped actually helped perfect it. And we were talking all about the SpongeBob musical. One of my
I
favorites.
heard. I was watching. I was there, man.
Yeah. So I actually remember you telling me, Spike, that you actually haven't seen SpongeBob. You don't really watch the show, but thankfully, even if you haven't seen the cartoon, the SpongeBob musical is actually non-fan friendly. So you don't have to watch the cartoon in order to get into this. So there you go.
There you go. That's how you do it.
So Spike,
Yes.
you probably saw from earlier. I actually kind of had to apologize for what happened last time, where we had a dolphin girl on the show and she was just singing nonstop nursery rhymes. Like,
Sam, you don't need to tell me. I watched the show,
okay,
and people have been talking about it for a couple days now. So I got the full info. But it's terrible what happened. Sometimes sometimes things don't go as planned, and that's part of show business.
yeah, that happens. So Spike, what have you
Yes.
been up to?
I've been working extra hard these past couple days doing some Toppet and top secret Toppet stuff.
Of course.
But today I was just watching the Chip and Dale movie for the 10th millionth time again because I love that movie.
Oh yeah.
And I'm about to go to work in an hour, so I'm like, oh, I'll just stop by and say hello to my friend Sam before I gotta go to the real world.
Oh, so this is the first time in a while that you haven't been actually been busy doing the show while I'm doing this.
Yes, we filmed this morning. We filmed very early this morning, so we had enough time
So
to get ready for work.
So that's good. Usually you do a show while I'm doing this, but since this is on a Thursday, not a Friday, you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna stop by and talk to Sam. And but yeah, I kind of had a bit busy schedule for this weekend, so so I decided to do this show for Thursday, and I'm actually delaying the next show for Tuesday.
Oh, for sure. I totally get it. It's your show. You do whatever you want.
So yeah, I actually gotta. So I actually gotta mention where I'm gonna be doing this weekend. I'm actually gonna be going to Lake LBJ here in Texas. It's actually a pretty big lake, and we're actually staying at this really big vacation home. It's like a mansion, and it's got a really kick-A game room with an air hockey table and a pool table. I actually think it's going to be awesome.
Wow, sounds like a lot of fun. Hey, Sam, I just want to say thank you for giving a shout out to our new show on your little puppet news channel thing.
Oh yeah, the Mini Yeti News Report. That's kind of been a thing. That is the second video we've done of the series. We're actually going to be talking about what's been happening in the world of puppetry. The first time I did it, I was actually talking about Animat's new animation look back, where he's talking about the history of the Muppets. And
Yeah.
I also talked about Lego doing their Muppets minifigure series, which I actually started collecting them. I now have a Fozzie minifig on me right now.
I have all of them.
Oh yeah, I actually and for the second one, I actually gave a shout out to you, and I gave a shout out to Mini G, Mr. Gibbs, and Seymour Sapphire. They're starting a new puppet troupe now.
Well, you gave a shout out to the Winnie the Pooh gang, but you didn't give a shout out to the Toppets, and that's totally fine. You know, that's totally fine.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and okay. Earlier this live stream, I actually mentioned the trailer to Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. That
Yeah,
finally came out. We finally got a trailer for that, and let's be real. I know it's not going to be for everybody, but I'm definitely going to see it just for how ridiculous it is.
that's what everybody's going to watch for. They want to see how crazy it gets. That's what they made the movie for, and that's what the fans want to see. So
Yeah,
that's what they're going to give us. That's what the movie's all about.
the trailer kind of looks like standard horror movie stuff, but I want to see how the real movie is like. I want to see
Oh,
how
for
that
sure. But we all know the first Winnie the Pooh that's not connected to Disney is
it is.
us. We're the first.
Like it's the
We are the first.
like it's the first Winnie the Pooh movie to actually not come from Disney, and this is after the first Pooh book ended up in the public domain.
But we are the first. Well, my company's the first.
Yeah,
You
yeah. My
so
I actually got to mention, but I I actually got to mention, but David actually looked at that trailer to Blood and Honey, and he actually comments saying that this is Christopher Robin's The Bad Ending. It's actually got a kind of something similar to where Christopher Robin actually had to leave Pooh in the game, but Christopher Robin, that was just boarding school and he was just a kid. But for Blood and Honey, it was actually more that Christopher Robin has been playing with Pooh and Piglet, providing them with food as well. And as he grew up, those visits became more infrequent, and Pooh and Piglet are becoming more hungry and desperate. And that's when he went to college that those visits just stopped entirely.
Sam, I read the information about the movie. I know a lot about it.
So yeah,
I think it's funny when you tell me things that I'll already know. I think it's hilarious. That just
well yeah, but
I think
well,
I watched your live stream before I came on here, and you gave me the whole rundown of what happened. I'm like, I was there. I was with you guys. I was watching.
well yeah, you're right.
I think it's just how funny you just explain things to me that I already know.
Yeah, that's
This is
usually
funny.
well. I only really do that for anybody who just came on, like they kind of need a refresher of what's been happening.
I don't need no refresher. I got a mind as like a elephant, and elephants are really smart.
Yeah, you don't. I'm just talking about. I just mean like everybody else who's been watching, like they probably need a refresher. But
Ah, okay. So you're doing it for them, not doing it for me.
yeah,
Okay.
not
Okay.
this, but for everybody, just in case, because there's always the chance that somebody is going to be coming on probably at this moment, and they're probably not going to know what happened. You can't because when the live stream happens on Instagram, you can't rewind. You can't do that.
Yes. Yes. So did you hear about? Oh, Sam, you're glitching on me. You good, Sam?
You're back. I'm back.
Okay. Okay. So did you hear we're ending the Toppet show really soon?
Oh no! You're ending the Toppet show?
Yeah, really soon. How do you feel about that?
Oh man, you guys did really good with that too.
Well, it's we're ending season one. It's just we're gonna take a long break.
Oh, you're just stopping season one. So there you go.
Yes.
So so you're just stopping for season one, then you're taking a break. And then you guys will be back for more soon.
I hope so. If the fans want it, we will come back. It just depends on if people like it, you know?
Well, yeah, of course. Oh,
Yeah.
I actually do have some other news to mention, but more recently, one of my a friend of mine actually she actually ordered some merch from the Mini Yeti Shop. We actually got some shirts coming in.
Sweet. We're working on. We're still working on a merch. It's trying to find a good company to work with. Though it's been very hard. We want to find the right company. So that's awesome. You're selling your merch, man. That's awesome. We need to buy some of your merch.
Yeah, of course.
That's what we got to do.
Yeah, of course. That's the thing. We kind of needed to order some. We kind of needed to order some shirts, really, because the store that we opened, it was on Threadless. They actually encouraged that we order some shirts ourselves so we can actually wear them and promote them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So
you need to start doing that. You need to have this on have a commercial break during your live stream just to promote your shirts, dude. You should do it. This is a great idea. Do you have a shirt with you right now?
Shameless promotion. The Mini Yeti Shop on Threadless.
Sam, do you have the shirt with you in person?
No, I don't have it with me. We just actually ordered them yesterday.
Do you have a picture at all? Do you have a computer next to you or a phone that you can show a picture of?
You know what? Give me a sec. I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay, he's gonna get that. But I'm gonna be here right now and I'm gonna talk to you guys.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Spike. You should follow me on YouTube. And then in this part, you put a link to my YouTube page. When I say follow me on YouTube, just have a little my channel just appear out of nowhere. If you want to make this fancy and edit it and all that.
Okay,
you don't need to. You should.
I can always put that on the description. I can always link to in the description. I can always do that.
You should.
Yeah.
You should watch the Winnie the Pooh show. That's amazing. Then you should watch my show because I'm amazing. And then you should watch Sam's show. And then go back to my YouTube channel. And then go back to Sam's. And then go watch Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger. And then watch all the Marvel movies front to back. And then come back to my YouTube channel and watch all my videos. Okay? That's the order how you should watch it. And don't miss a step, okay? You gotta watch every single thing I just told you, okay?
Okay. So okay. I actually now have the Mini Yeti Shop pulled up right here. This is
okay.
This is the Threadless store.
Sam, just show us the thing, and I'm gonna get Uncle Chippy, and he's gonna promote it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you know Uncle Chippy, right? You know him?
Yeah, I know Uncle Chippy.
Okay, just have it right there. Uncle Chippy's gonna promote this. He's the greatest seller in the galaxy. He can sell anything. Okay?
All right.
Okay. Okay, let's do this. Okay, question. How much are these shirts?
$14.95.
$14.99. Okay. Hello there, folks. I'm Uncle Chippy. Do you want a shirt? Like a really cool graphic shirt from your favorite Mini Yeti and Little Lemur Boy? Well, you're in luck because my friend Sam the Mini Yeti is selling shirts of himself and his friends. And how much are they again?
$14.95.
Okay, and they're $14.99. And you know something? You need it. Because these shirts will solve world hunger. And they will give you the power of light. What else do they give you?
They also give you a nice Mini Yeti swag.
And you get a Swiggy swag. You want that Swiggy swag, you got to get these shirts. These shirts are way better than the Nike shirts, and they're way better than the... What's another shirt brand?
Gildan.
Whatever that is, they're way better than that. So you make sure. Will there be a link down below at all?
There will be. Yes, you are
okay.
right.
There's going to be, not will be, there's going to be a link down below. And you're going to go there right now, right after you watch this. Or after you got to watch the full video. You got to watch the whole show. And then go. Then go. No, I'm still talking. Why are you talking? I'm trying to promote your stuff here. Free ads right now. Free ad butts. Free ad. Okay, so after you watch this, you watch this, then you go over to the Toppets, and then you watch every single video there, and then you go back, and then you push the link. Okay, you got this. You getting this? You
Yeah,
push the link, and then you buy every single. How many products do you have on the site?
I can't even count. I got like a shirt, notebook, backpack. Like, those are the ones I can name off the top of my head.
Okay, he has a lot of stuff. You need to buy every single stuff. That's gonna be really expensive, but it's gonna be worth it because what's that thing you said? You got swag. You get swag. You buy the stuff. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Okay. Anything else I need to say, or am I good?
you're good.
Okay. When do I get paid for this?
Don't you're okay.
Okay.
We're gonna
Bye.
Okay, later, Uncle. Let's get back to our regular programming.
That was quite something. That was quite something.
Yeah, that was okay.
So how much we're getting paid for that commercial, Sam? Are you going to be paying us? Or are we getting like a 50% of your process? What's going on here?
Well, I'm gonna have to think about that because
You don't need to. I'm just messing with you, man.
yeah. Okay, but seriously, thanks for getting Uncle Chippy to help promote this, cause we will link to your channel, and we definitely will put a link to the Mini Yeti Shop when we upload this live stream to YouTube, and this is gonna, and you know what? I'm actually pretty glad that we started selling these, cause we definitely need to get somebody to wear these and actually start promoting these.
For sure. If you get the shirts, we we will look into buying some stuff, and maybe we can do a commercial for you guys.
Sweet, that'll be
Yeah.
awesome. So
You know Uncle Chippy. He loves his commercials.
oh yeah, of course. So Spike, thank you and Uncle Chippy for coming onto the show. We do have one more request to come on live. So it's been great talking with you, and it's been great getting Uncle Chippy to help promote us. And we'll talk to you guys hopefully next time, and we'll see you all later. Okay?
Well, so long.
All right. Later, Spike.
Excuse me. I burped.
Okay. Okay. So who's next? All right. Here we go. Here we go. And waiting. All right. You know what? Let's see if we can get someone else to come on live. But here we go. One more, and then we're done for the day. Okay. Okay. And you're there.
Hi,
Hi, we actually got a toucan onto the show now.
I'm a toucan.
Oh yeah. So I think this might be your first time on Sam the Mini Yeti Live. So what's your
There are
name?
4 more to go.
So what's your name?
Shall we get a big hug? Yeah.
All right. There you go.
Okay, here we go. Wee Willie Winky run to the town. Upstairs, downstairs is a nightgown. Rapping in the window, cry to the luck. All the children are to bed, but now at 8 o'clock. Sorry. I'm a little bit longer.
It's that same woman again. Why her? But thankfully. But yeah. But you know, we had a good live stream today. We got to talk to Mr. Peak, and we got to talk about a lot of the SpongeBob musical, and we got to catch up with Spike and what he's been doing. So until next time, this has been Sam the Mini Yeti, and thanks for coming on to the live stream, and thanks to Uncle Chippy for promoting us. So see you later, folks.